I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man. I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped on the strip.
We back, ending that segment, but protect the brand. Protect the brand. We're gonna go into the raw opinion. Paul Clark, I want to ask you a question. People out there, like, comment, leave comments. We want to know how you feel. Cole over there.
No, ain't no codes over here.
Ghost.
Keep pushing that shit on me, buddy.
It's like, we want to know how y'all feel. My bad, man. I'm just trying to see.
He warned you.
Happy.
He said, I warned you.
Ain't no codes over here. No codes over here.
I warned you.
Like, I ain't little no more. You ain't gonna be poking me down.
That is a motherfucking female thing.
I want to give a big shout out to my nigga Freddie Burks watching tonight. You know what I'm saying? And,
Mr. B, I tell
you. And, you know, we got some people checking us out. Artisha Williams, Tammy Tam. Check her out. She got the good ass, simply chicken salad. You know what I'm saying? How are they? But what we want to know is, should you bite your tongue to spare someone's feelings, or should you tell them regardless of how they feel about it? If you have you ever, or do you bite your tongue? Because I know you a pretty elaborate guy. You a man about town, Paul Clark. Like, you deal with people, you moving and shaking and shit. Do you ever, have to bite your tongue to not tell somebody or to spare somebody's feelings about how, or do you just like, man, look, that shirt, if that shit sucks, it's not going. Or
like I said, I always look at the mental illness, and I bite my tongue, but I really don't bite it. I redirect my language. That's what I do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what mental illness that you got going on. So if you're coming in a way, and I'm thinking in my brain like, bitch, let me explain to you about yourself real quick. You know what I'm saying? That's in my brain. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta quickly like, hold on, what's this person's mental illness? Because I don't want to match energy with you. I'm gonna make you match energy with me. I'm going to tell you about yourself what's wrong, but it's not as a finger-pointing way to make people laugh at you, because you're going to laugh at what I say about you. Word. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to bring it out there like, look how you did. You're a grown-ass motherfucker, and this is what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I see tell him, don't come in the barbershop when you're a whole woman and shit with them kids and shit, and you walking all hard. I'm like, hey. You beat on bitches, don't you? Oh yeah, I can tell by them knuckles that you be beating them up. I know you beat shit out of these kids and shit. I'm gonna shame you out of being that person. Now you're not walking around all tough and shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you what you're doing is wrong, but not to shame you.
So your approach is to break it down or break this person down in a way
so they can see how childlike their behavior is.
I can take that. Me personally, I mean, it depends on the situation for me. Sometimes it depends on the person for me too, what type of person you are to me. Like, if you my man, I'm gonna tell you, Paul, that sucks. Or I'm gonna tell you straight up because you my man, and I know you'll respect me if nothing else. If unless you've been standing around and
creative criticism.
Just period. If I and I'm just letting that shit ride, and you like, man, you could have told me. Later on, I don't want to hear that you could have told me type shit. If I'm in a relationship or something like that, I'm going to speak my mind all through and out that motherfucker, just so you would know where I stand. But I've been pretty much that type of person all my life with people. I try to let a motherfucker know, because I'm not bullshit with you. I'm not going to front on you. I'm not going to fake you. I don't got a front bone in my body to where I'm a front on you and be fake towards you, because I think that's corny as fuck. And ever since a young kid, I used to, I take my relationships.
You have to have that ability to do so, be fake. Everybody's fake and shit. I do not like my motherfucking supervisor, but I'm gonna pretend like I do. I'm not gonna say and act. And when he's walking this way, I would like to bump shoulders really with him and then look at him real hard. I would like to do that to show you that I don't like you and shit, but I'm not. Good morning, and I'm gonna keep it pushing.
But that's not necessarily in that thing. I don't think that's really being fake. That's just you.
Good game, good game, good game. No, it wasn't. We lost. What the fuck you mean good game? Stop lying to me. That's fake.
But that's in that you know in that sense like a good because it could have been a good game. Y'all may have lost. That don't mean it was a bad game. Well, y'all could have played better, but that don't mean they ain't have a bad game. Because what I'm saying, an L is an L, but that don't mean you didn't learn nothing.
I say that
for the next level. You have experience.
At Champion Middle School.
Because you can't use that in that tone and what the word of the question is.
At Champion Middle School, for some reason, all the little prissy,
you went to
preppy girls. That's my daughter. With all the prissy preppy girls and shit, you know, they decided to join the basketball team. Except for one girl had a little like in her, you know, and that was the point guard. That's the only one that can play. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of them, you got to be like, you know, Brenda. That's the coach. Brenda, because she checking her nails on the court and shit. They just roll right past you and shit right here. Side. I mean, you pass the ball to them and they'll do this and shit right here. And then the coach, they would have signs up. You know what I'm saying? And it would just be 6. And she got and I'm like, that's the way they play calls? Number 6? No. 6 is how many points that they got last week. So they got to get more than 6. That don't mean you're doing better and shit. I mean, the score would be like 42 to like 5. You know what I'm saying? So good game. Good guys just be looking at her like, no, it really wasn't. And I would be sarcastic. That is not my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Saya's going to stick you and they on offense. You're
not going to put me in no shit like that. Because when it comes to stuff like that, I'm that type of person to the kids too. Like, nah, y'all take an L. But I'm saying like,
you need to go to the gym.
Yeah, shit like that. I'm going to speak out about what is mine. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you, you might, like you said, you got to change other motherfuckers' energy. Like, man, you know they suck. You know who they suck. Oh, yeah. You should do some workout with them at home.
My daughter, also, the same daughter, she won, none of them was her sport. Her sport was track and field. And she won city in the 400 hurdles. You know, she's a monster. She would pet, but her first track meet, and that was it. And she wasn't running over the hurdles. She was jumping over them. You know, and they say you run over them, don't jump. Right. When I say she comes to a complete stop.
Your daughter?
Yeah, and then she would hobble over that. You know, and then she would run and come to the next one.
That's when she first started doing.
They're gone. I mean, the match is over. You know, and the winner is already. You know that right there. And people, and you still got 4. You got 4 more of them. Yeah. Left side, let's go. You're the greatest. You know, I'm going to like, you know what I'm saying? And
you still gonna tell her? Did you still tell her to finish?
Oh no, you have no choice. You're not gonna stop.
Right, exactly.
I mean, they lining up down there and taking the track, the hurdles off of the thing. Like, okay, we're waiting on you side. You know what I'm saying?
Because you are supposed to take them in stride.
That turned into, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be, I'm sad. I'm not gonna be sad. Which I'm gonna point out later. You got 419 more steps to go. Side. That is not my daughter though. Go side. You know what I'm saying? But later on, you know what I'm saying? She would have up all my laundry baskets in the backyard and she's jumping over them. And next thing you know, she ain't jumping over them, she's running over them. And that's how she a monster now.
Yeah, practice.
Yeah.
And that's the part I was saying about when you might have lost, but you do have the experience to go on to the next shit. You know what I mean? So I ran track also, was awesome, state and all that shit. But I remember the hurdles when you saying that you have to that when you run it, it gotta be
and her stride is 3 steps. Everybody else's is 5 because she's taller. So it was 1, 2, 3 hurdles. 1, 2, 3 hurdles. Right. That's why she was winning and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I know what you're saying. And there would be motherfuckers that was weak at it. And even out there back then, I was like, man, you need to quit. You should go do something else or do better or some shit like that. Cause, you know, but at the same time, like, and I think you gotta pick the way you holler at a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Give a motherfucker a little bit of, show him a little love. Show him some love maybe or not? I don't know.
You a spiteful motherfucker. Nah, I'm just letting the motherfucker know. Somebody had to say something. That's what it is. If you letting somebody, I'm just letting them know how it is. That right there, you're using that right there like as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? That's your friend. You're not trying to help them. Yeah, you know, you trying to weaken them, you know what I'm saying, psychologically. That's not cool.
You know, if have you ever been on Instagram or Facebook or social media or anything and seen on there where a chick or a dude was on there and they posted something like I'm in the gym and they only been in the gym for a week.
Yeah.
But they pumped about it, but you know what I'm saying? They might have lost 2 pounds or something and they just posting it and they be acting like it's a big deal. And a motherfucker don't say, bro, quit posting that shit until you lost 10, 20 pounds, bro. You're bugging. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna compliment you on that. I mean, congratulations, you lost 2 pounds, but bro, you're bugging. You need to post it when you've lost 10, 20 pounds.
No, and then that's when you have to have empathy, because I see a lot of these right here. I see a lot of them when you just now start. I'm gonna still take pictures and post them, but guess what? In about 2 years, it'll be like, remember this one? I lost 2 pounds. I thought I was doing something. And then this one is 8 pounds. And then now you sitting up in there with the whole herd. Look at me now and shit. So you get to do that. So you can't do that because you'll erase that. So whoever posted that mean ass shit was like, you stop it with about, before and after shots is looking like.
Nah, because it'd be some motherfucker. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Motherfuckers, for every step of the fucking way, somebody always got to be like, look what I did. And it's like, okay, but come on.
I can't be proud of you with you. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you when I get back on this right here. You know what I'm saying? But I done seen pictures of them before and after where somebody will take the same pose every day or whatever, every week or whatever. And all of a sudden, when you do it as a reel, it just looks like they're shrinking. You know what I'm saying? Because they in the same pose, you just put them all together and shit, and that'd be like they do before and after and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I will never shit on your self-esteem unless your esteem is high. Then I'm like, well, turn that esteem down high.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Motherfuckers' esteems be high. You know what I'm saying? And they don't need a fucking opinion for real from you, for real, because they just got it in them that shit. I'm the bomb.
I told somebody on their birthday, and they did come in the bomb. And it's their birthday, and it's like, boy, I never looked at you like this, and she was bad, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, happy birthday, I'm paying $5 here, pennies on you right here, and she gave me a hug. I said, ooh, and you smell good too.
She was bad.
You'll never smell good, you know what I'm saying? So that changed her demeanor from being up here, and your nose is up here now.
She gave her $5.
I gotta bring you down to like normal, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That sundress looked like a tent. Like you look like so bony. Like they stay out that doorway because the sun, you can see right through there, and I didn't want to see right through none of that right there. I'm gonna tell you just like that right there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not going. That's the part where I'm not going to tell you. That's in my head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I know you feeling yourself, and I see you with that money pinned on you. Just a different person and shit. And I'm like, okay, I see you. Okay, booty just popping out of the sundress and all. You know, I'm gonna applaud you and up you and bigger you up because you're 2. So I'm gonna make you feel like a 10 because it's comforting.
I hate them people that don't need compliments. I think compliments and reassurance and all that is.
But it feels good.
You know what I'm saying? It's it make you step your game up, like, you know what I'm saying?
But when you might got your shit in order together, I'm a fat nigga, and I don't give a fuck what motherfucker think.
No, I'm just saying. You know, I don't do anything. I be on that motherfucker like, what the fuck?
I don't care like I'm obsessed with it, you know what I'm saying? But I do care because I'm gonna give you 2 types of flirtatious thing. Like I may post something right here, and somebody be like, oh, nigga, yeah, right there. I will go see who you is, what you look like. If you banging like, okay, I feel like I'm the shit. But then I'll see something like, Paul, you know you can get it. I said, okay, who is this? Man, who the fuck auntie is this? Now I feel offended. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on.
I just think my track record on my I think that's so that be like, well, you can say what you want, bitch, but I fuck.
Some of them don't need that validation, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't need
that. Some motherfuckers you gotta be real with. But then again, some motherfuckers be like, I don't give a fuck if you think I don't look good, or I don't give a fuck if you think my car is whack. I don't give a fuck if you think.
Yeah, because you already know that.
And you already know it's whack, or you don't look good. That you know they already whack, or they don't look good, or is it?
It's like me telling you that, hey, you know your shirt is gray with black letters. If you already know that, how is that offensive? So if I'm ugly, I always say I'm ugly. If you tell me I am ugly, it does not offend me at all. I put on a scary mask on Halloween. I took a picture of myself, and it was like a clown mask, and I had like a knife in my hand right there. You know what I'm saying? And I was flicking off the camera and shit right here. Somebody said, you can tell by them fingernails, that's you, Paul. The other was like, y'all seen that too? You know what I'm saying? So, and it makes me laugh too. So, I'm gonna add on to it. I applaud I know what's wrong with me.
But I think that's different when you're speaking about,
but if you're insecure,
because a lot of people are walking through life and don't live in the reality of the reality. It's like that's what social media got a lot of people fucked up mentally.
Yeah.
The original version of what people be saying is down to earth. Down to earth is that quirky, dorky. You know, it's almost dorky, but it's not. They're beautiful and all that, but they just don't dress like us. You know what I'm saying? They don't act like us. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk like us. You know what I'm saying? But you in the hood, but you grew up amongst us and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's that quirky, down to earth. I'm gonna pick up a bug and I'm a girl. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at the pretty little moth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm gonna break up a fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the horse track. I'm gonna go fish. You know, I ain't in that girly girl with my shit gotta be popping. Everything you got on is no name brand. Like you shoppers World Fresh, but they don't care. That's the down to earth. You beautiful and you don't even know it. That's that down to earth person. Like everything you do ain't about beauty.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, a couple people had their opinions. Kai Elliott, her, said that it's really really it's not nobody's business, like what you think of them or something like that, or that, or. I mean, it is.
That's how it be.
But she was like, but though, if you going, it's a good thing that you do want to let a motherfucker say, if you say something to him about whatever, to try to give it to him in a way, an understandable way. Because a lot of people really just be saying shit, and you don't really take it in the right way.
Because sometimes you gotta say stuff to people in the language that, you know, some people ain't mature enough to handle that type of direct, you know what I'm saying, information. So I gotta let me dumb it down a little so that you can, you know what I'm saying, because you can't tell everybody. You can't tell everybody that.
Okay. If it's your friend and they tell you, nah, don't wear that, man. That don't look right. Or don't paint that color. That don't
My
look
Sean
right.
Davis came in the barbershop and said, this nigga, a 45-year-old man, and still ain't got no braces. Paul, no, everybody, Paul. Why you don't fix that?
You sound like JB.
I looked him right in the face and I said, because. That's just it. Just because. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to shame me about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know what's wrong with me and shit. I know it is. So it's how, if sometimes people is not mature enough, and sometimes we know that person ain't mature enough to handle what you're about to say, so we say it in the most fucked up ass motherfucker.
So did you say because in the most fucked up way you can say it?
No. It was,
I was going to say because I don't know how
I didn't need no
fucked up
explanation. I wasn't going to answer that fucking question. You know what I'm saying? You can figure it out because.
All right. Latanka Gore said, what's up, Latanka? She said, always speak your truth.
Definitely.
Dexter Brown said, I would say, keep it 100 with him. Tammy Tam.
Hold on. Those two people right here, if I knew you, I'd probably believe like y'all both are some liars. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all would have broken somebody's house, you know, and stole some of their clothes or whatever and shit, and then will argue with them with their clothes on that you stole. I ain't got no reason to steal, bitch. You got on my shit right the fuck down with shit. I bet you y'all lie about, you know what I'm saying, who the second person, right? He's probably a cheater or some shit like that. I was playing basketball. That's how I got these scratches. You're lying. So you can't say keep it 100 when it comes to telling somebody about themselves. You can only say that if you keep it 100 about everything.
That's true.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? Did you fake clock it out? Yes, I did. I had Sean Jordan clock out for me.
And I did it for him.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's fucking, come on, no, liars be on it real hard and strong. I think both of you guys are liars, Alex, for 200.
Tammy Tam said, never bite your tongue.
Mm-hmm. Put her in there with her.
Kelly Valentine said, of Kel's Boutiques, she said, either them or me.
That one before this, never bite your tongue. So you literally gonna be on. It's hot in here. Hey, what is the pastor? What you doing with the collection plate money? You can't get no AC. You're just gonna keep it 100. Just say what it is. Like, oh, you can bite your tongue and shit. Oh, that's your baby. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? People, you know what I'm saying? You want to say that, but you gotta wait till how old is the child supposed to be before you're allowed to say that they're ugly?
Yeah, I've seen that.
8. What do you wait? 12? You know what I'm saying?
I seen 2 ugly kids, and it was like 2. It's been recent.
Hell.
Brothers and sisters, and I bit that motherfucking tongue off.
Yeah, you got
trying to keep my shit in my face. Like
in some instances, you gotta pick and choose.
I done let some shit slip out. Like I done seen the opposite. Some beautiful kids attached to somebody that you must be the babysitter.
How the fuck you make them?
Yeah, you babysitting. Whose kids you babysitting? These my kids. Why would you make it? You know why we assume. You know what I'm saying? I was about to, you know what I'm saying? Call Amber Alert on your ass and shit, cause that don't even match right here.
Like Chico the Barge and shit.
You can't say, I'd say ask right here. I was like, and I don't want to say I was about to say everything. I was like, hey, I'm gonna ask you something. And she said, no, I'm just picking up on the low. Hey, everybody keeps saying that right there, but I ain't gonna say it all out there. But if I say it 4 more times, you understand what I'm talking about.
All right. Lola Clark said nothing but the truth. Barbara Saxon said, be real. And
Them two liars.
it's a bunch. We got a bunch of comments off of that, but it was a lot. But keep it 100.
I ain't got no reason to still check that person's pockets. That's the people that y'all are, right? To keep it 100, y'all the thieves and y'all the liars and y'all the sneaky motherfuckers and shit right now. You still blunt. You still blunt doobies.
They're still your blunt. I seen some shit on it was a reel.
Say one of them names. Barbara
Saxon.
Barbara, you still doobies. Other people's ashtrays in their car.
William Jennings, what's up? Artesia Williams, what's up? And I see my sister in there, Ursa Jackson, what's up? But I seen a motherfucking reel online, and it was like the nigga dropped some money. Right? It was 2 niggas together. 2 dudes together. I'm gonna try to change the way I speak. Cause Playboy and be like, you gotta be a little, But 2 dudes was together like me and you. And you talking, we chopping it up. I'm standing there, we in Walmart. And you drop it was like a crumble of money like that. Nigga dropped it on the ground and walked over. And the way it dropped, it seemed like he did this shit on purpose. Like to see if the nigga a real nigga or not. Like later, he go like, Paul, can you hand me that $200 I dropped on the ground in the store? And he dropped it, the dude was like, looked and shit and scooted over, put his foot on it, nigga, and everything. And then reached down like he's fixing his shoe and picked the money up, but the camera over there was catching the shit. Like, I don't know if they was doing it to see what or not, but motherfuckers is a trip. That's scams.
That teriyaki shit on Lily. People said some line and the dude dropped some weed. Another dude stepped up like he was next and he stepped on it and he just kept that position. And then when they left, he reached down and grabbed a sack, smelled it and then threw it on the ground because it was Reggie. So, like, but you could have gave it back. That's when you could have said, hey.
That's rich junkies, bro. Rich zombies, as the Vasco said, because to me, that's a free bag of weed. This nigga said that's some Reggie. I'ma just fuck that shit. Like that.
And that gave other people that was there, that gave them like peer pressure to like agree with him. Like, I wouldn't smoke that guy. Like, if wasn't nobody here, but you would pick that motherfucker.
He'd have picked that shit up.
The second dude threw it on the ground.
I wouldn't even try that shit in front of other people. I wouldn't even try that shit at all. But if some
the thing about it was some pretty good reg.
That's a good. I like that. So, also, I want you to ask you a question, Paul Clark, about. I wanted to know. This is for y'all to answer out there. What's up, Andre? What's up, Joe? Over there, feeling better? Is your environment too small for you to grow into the person that you want to be, to accomplish the goals you want to accomplish? So in life.
Would that be your surrounding, like who you surround yourself with, or your?
I would imagine, like, yeah, in your world, in your personal world,
what you want to be. Depending on what it is that you want to be.
Well, not necessarily about what you want to be, about you living life and growing into Paul Clark. Like, am I hindering you from being the nigga you want to be in your life? Like our friendship.
You're surrounded. That means everything, the area, the people that are around you and all that.
Everything around
you. Because if you go to the country, so many of those kids is like, I'm not about to die in this motherfucking farmer and all that shit right there. Like, I can't see the world. I don't know who I am if I just grew up just on this fucking farm. So they go the fuck out. That's the same thing Amish people do. You know what I'm saying? When you turn a certain age, you go here and just sow your royal oats or whatever. See what's out there. If you come back, that means. And a lot of them do, like, no, that world out there is.
I think you gotta be like, it's before you get baptized or some shit like that. It's something, they got a thing like you could go out before you do whatever, but it's like something you gotta do before you could be straight, either Amish, live on the farm
That's
or
the
be out in the
That's
world.
the decision that they give you.
Yeah.
So you always gotta. I mean, if I'm the best hairdresser in Toledo, Ohio, I mean that surroundings is not. If I'm the best hairdresser in Ohio, period. If I'm the best one in the Midwest, I just can't stay right here in Toledo, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? I need to go to Atlanta. I need to go to California. It's too small here. The surroundings, I can't soak nothing from even my best friend. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're holding me back.
That's why I ain't been to my
Y'all's applause is not big enough.
That's why I haven't been back to my barber that I used to go to. That motherfucker winning some trophies. That motherfucker went to far away from here and won. Oh my God, through the roof.
And that's no matter what it is. You know, and I experienced that with my daughter because while she sit up there dominating, you know, in Columbus and stuff with her, you know what I'm saying, her hurdles and shit, and you just expected she was cocky with it too. You know what I'm saying? Almost like, you know, her start was slow too. You know what I'm saying? So pow, people have already took their 2 or 3 steps. It's okay. She's still going to pass you and run you. And when she's done, they're still running. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. But when she did AAU, Columbus is too small. When she did AAU, she said, Dad, it's like 12 years old. That's better than me. And they left me to dust. She said, I wish I was doing this when I was 12. Because they was doing it when they was 8. You know what I'm saying? This month's like 2nd year. You know, they smoked the fuck out of her when she started. You in Florida, you all over the motherfucking place.
I think a lot of people, like you said it more than anything. It's like, because I don't know, that could even be like, when you speak about, depending on the situation, that could be like the barrel of crab saying, or that could be, that goes into so many different scenarios, because in a relationship, you can grow out of all relationships. Every relationship can be grown out if you are in a big enough tank, or the world could be in the world gets where you at, gets too small for what you're doing. As like a rapper nigga, if a nigga catch a deal and they start being successful, you can't stay in Lincoln Park no more. You got to go get at least Bexley.
You gotta have mature, like your surroundings gotta be mature enough to handle that.
Yeah.
Because on that topic, I was thinking about Mike Tyson's friend when, you know what I'm saying, he was still in Catskill, you know what I'm saying, you fucking up and you going to jail and all, people shooting at you and shit. And he like, but his best friend was like, I mean, you got 3 fights already. You know, why the fuck did you come back here? You know, what the fuck you here for? Get the fuck out of here, don't come back. Like a month later, that friend was shot and killed. If you was there, you'd been shot and killed with him. So your friends got to be mature enough to be like, you know, like Reggie Miller. He wanted to hang out with them and shoot dice and all that, but it was the big head that was like, don't let me catch you around Reggie. I'm going to fuck you up. He got a future. Leave him the fuck alone. So it always bothered him that he couldn't do hood shit. People got to be mature.
I think people get caught up in wanting, a lot of people let the world get bigger around them, to where it's like they pigeonhole themselves into being where they at. When if you don't have the experience to make any moves, or, you know, because I don't listen to motherfuckers, me personally, that ain't did shit. So if you've done something or been somewhere and can show me shit, I'll be all ears, eyes. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times people are not learning or seeing anything from anybody that ever did shit. But so then you may only be where you are, and the world will prosper and evolve and do everything else it's doing without your ass.
But it's also situations where, because like, let's say you brilliant at something shit, you know what I'm saying, and you in Dayton, Ohio and shit, you know what I'm saying, but where you want to go, like when you get there, you will outshine them, because the technology you know is going to shit on this motherfucker.
Roger Trot.
So just because I'm with you and you're not at that big shit yet, you know what I'm saying, I should be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, nigga. You come from the same place as me, nigga. Hey, if you get the right connection, you can go somewhere. And I may help you, or I may look at you like, nigga, you in the same place as me. You ain't doing nothing.
But isn't it more motherfuckers, like how you said that? Isn't it more people that would do that to somebody opposed to get down and have the same, you know, like if we got a common interest, we both of us working together can probably get one of us somewhere, and then that other one can pull that one up too at the same time. But I've seen, though, we've all maintained the thing of
some of it ain't even hate or bring you down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not necessarily hate. It's more of, you know, because people are trained. We've been trained way before today to just think the opposite of
Like
what
you have a
motherfucker
skill
doing.
set that is so great, and you could be going places, but you got an attitude problem. You always touching that, and I'm sitting up there telling you and shit like, you know, say, hey, that attitude you got when to swing on motherfuckers and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna fuck your whole shit up, and
Right.
you can't get it, and you can't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm supporting you, but all of a sudden 2 months later, you end up, you know, choking the fuck out of somebody, and then now if I say, told you gonna fuck it up. Now people think I'm a hater and I'm rooting against you. They're like, no, I kept telling this motherfucker keep his hands to himself, ignore shit.
Right.
But you know, I knew he was gonna fuck it up.
But that's so since you said that right there, that's like the same shit with Jay Morant.
John Morant.
Is it John? I say shit wrong every time I said it since the first time we was talking about it on the other episode. But it's the same thing. Like you saying, motherfuckers be like, hey, you know, basically on like pull back or because it's not hating, it's not none of that. If you're trying to keep shit in line, if you're trying to protect something or grow something, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, but I don't, you know, a lot of in the streets, a lot of niggas think shit is soft when you think the opposite of stupid shit. When you might be trying to save face or if it's a money getting situation, protect the bag, protect the brain. Or, you know, when you, I just remember people saying it when we were growing up, like, don't do that shit. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
There's a space in Kenya, you know what I'm saying, where they, you know, they put all the women in, you know what I'm saying, one type of mental state, you know what I'm saying? And it was a rapper, and I seen her in a, you know, in somebody's, you know, show, and I'm like, oh, she was beautiful. So I Googled her and shit, you know what I'm saying? So she had to leave that place because I can't rap about what I want to rap because women are so censored. You know what I'm saying? I can never dress like this. I can't wear this. I can't do a video like this or here, you know what I'm saying? I've always got to be covered up. The spot is too small for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So she had to go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? So that you can be her. Yeah. Even if it's, you know, smart, you know, it's a lot of motherfuckers that like, you should have been in college, like, you know, at 15, like, you was a smart motherfucker, but the surroundings you got is gonna keep you in trouble because it's daring, it's fun, and all that shit right there. That's not the surroundings you need.
And I try to get after my kids type shit too when I, you know, speak to them and try to give them positivity and to try to get them those positive notes to take on in their everyday lives. Like, don't let nobody get you in no shit. If you gonna get in trouble because it's some shit you was on. Don't let nobody else's shit be your problem.
And it all really starts with how you handle bullies and shit. You got some people who will join in. I always told mine, like, you know, so you don't be bullying nobody and shit like that because they ain't got much or whatever. You know, that little boy, you know, your mom could be getting her ass whooped by her boyfriend and he's selling her food stamps. He can't eat at home and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then he get to school and shit and he got bullies taking his food too and shit. Like, that's a person. You don't do that. If you see that, you know what I'm saying, help. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit up there and laugh with them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a leader. You can be a leader. So, you know, hero. That was what they was calling Makai, my youngest daughter. Mm-hmm. That's the one, and she had the jokes and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So she'll just always come to the aid of whoever, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what they going through and shit, and you make it harder or worse.
There it is. Shoot for your goals. If the city's too small, if your situation too small, if your relationship ain't working, get out of that.
And don't do that shit just because you think it's, but I'm going to Atlanta. You have nothing to offer Atlanta and you know it. And you ain't got no family there. You're going to be there for like 6 months and you're going to come back and you have to live with somebody and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know you don't belong in California. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to Miami and I'm going to be this model. And no, you're not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in a warehouse, like you said, you're a dime and shit. You know what I'm saying? Walk out of here, you're no longer a dime. You ain't got no family there. Nobody to, you know what I'm saying? I don't like when a dude or a girl, you know, move to a different city. You know what I'm saying? You know, your girl from there, Michigan, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? Everybody there is her people.
Listen, every time I hear somebody say something, man, I'm going to Atlanta. My people,
I thought
be driving me
too when I said that.
Yeah, my people that be driving me. My people that be driving me told me that. I think I ain't got nobody else here. This is blah blah blah, and my family don't. I was like, so what you gonna do when you get to Atlanta?
That's the thing. It don't have to be Atlanta, it can be anywhere. If you have a plan and a goal, and then you go there to complete that, people think that just because they move to Atlanta or California or whatever, the goal or the plan is gonna find them. You just still sitting here. You could have did this in Columbus, Ohio.
Because if you work from home in Columbus, and you're gonna transfer your job and work from home in Georgia or Texas or whatever the fuck, the one thing I always tell people, if you moving out of town, the one thing for sure and for certain, after you done went everywhere you could go to eat, after you done went out a few times to say you done went here, to tell everybody back home, to post that you ate at Charles Barkley's restaurant or whoever, wherever spot y'all at, and then you still gotta go to work and pay the bills wherever you at. So that shit that you move down there saying Columbus, it don't be shit going. I ain't saying don't move here, leave here, because I'm ready to leave. But it ain't, have a plan to get to where you going, or because you still got to do the same shit you was doing where you came from.
Because if you was useless in Columbus, Ohio,
you're gonna be useless there.
You're gonna be useless in California also. Like you didn't go there for anything. Like somebody grew up in the projects with Lisa Davis, and then her cell Jamel. You know what I'm saying? He did his clothing line. Like I think I talked about it before. You know what I'm saying? He was on Channel 6, and he was on the Steve Harvey show. He was making homecoming and prom dresses. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he went to Atlanta, and then I think his little Scrappy or something girlfriend got, you know what I'm saying, bought one, and then now they're all, you know what I'm saying, doing it. Now he's the creator of the City Girls. They got a clothing line. You know what I'm saying? So he designs their clothes as well. But you had to get out of Columbus. You sold enough in Columbus.
Yeah, it's Columbus. It's a good startup town. If y'all even knew about Columbus, they start a lot of products here. They put it here to see if it's going to work everywhere else.
And then social media free, you know what I'm saying?
All that. And so for people, you the product. You know what I'm saying? Just think of it like that. This is the start time. It's to see if the shit going to pop or not. And I think somebody spoke something about some food, Paul Clark.
But when I had a taste for some greens, I want something different. I'm beans, chicken from Raw Opinion kitchen. Ain't no ingredients, listen, brisket. I'm like my cornbread this. They got funk, this. They got the mix and wedges. Jesus, that macaroni and cheese. That macaroni and cheese. Yep.
All Famous Kitchen. Holla ass, we got you.
Arriba.
614-556-2174.
Ooh, yeah.
Life should be relaxing, but it's not. Sometimes you have to create your own enjoyment of many different creme velour flavors, such as pomegranate mango, lemon haze, peach, and today, very beautiful. Relax, kick your feet up, and enjoy the taste. Creme velour, Drake, Imperial Grapes. Creme velour, my lord.
Can you move?
Yo.
Can you move?
Happy to see you, Paul Clark.
Can you move?
And that boy in the back, Playboy, the ghost technician, a.k.a. Coco.
He just warned you.
Took my mic off.
Yeah.
Took my mic off.
Coco.
Back. You've been warned.
This has been the Rawway Show podcast with Rawway and Paul Clark. And I am Rawway.
And this is Paul Clark.
Holler at us.
Go watch episode 1 all the way up to what we on now.
Episode
75.
1,000.
And watch the progress.
We syndicated. Now get the fuck out of here.
I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man. I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped on the strip.